All right, well, let's take a break. Will all please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, if you want to push that down and I'll do that.
All right, now we got it. Good? All right, can I get a roll call?
Mr. Andriano,
Here.
Ms. Smith,
Here.
Supervisor Williams,
Here. Somebody like to audit the bills?
Yes, I would. I would like to make a motion to approve abstract number 4A dated March 8th, 2022 in the amount of $16,588.88. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd also like to make a motion to approve abstract number 5 dated March 11th, 2022 in the amount of $63,149.29. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Somebody like to do the budget transfers?
Let's see. So we have the first is budget request number 5, which is a budget transfer necessary to allocate additional funds to the tax tertiary account for additional claims and a correction to the adopted budget. So we are increasing the appropriated fund balance revenue account by $500 and increasing the judgment and claims contractual tax tertiary expense account $500. So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Request number 6, budget adjustment is requested to allocate funds for the Office of the Court Administration 2122 JCAP grant, along with the requested copier and 2 file cabinets for Justice Court equipment account. So we are increasing the State Aid Justice Court JCAP grant revenue account by $899, increasing the Justice Equipment capital outlay $3,097 and decreasing contingency account by $2,198. So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, first on my agenda is a zoning amendment, local law, introductory law I-1 to amend the zoning code. We are doing a couple of things, just cleaning up our zoning code. One is that we're kind of moving things around so it lays out a little bit better under section 154.27B, but also proposing, and I want to point out to everybody that there's a correction here for the accessory structures. Typically, right now, you are not allowed to put any accessory structures in front of your house, regardless of how far your house sits back off the road. I'm recommending to the board that we allow a little bit more flexibility. You know, if somebody is sitting 150 feet off of the road, does it really matter? The intent of that section of the code really is to protect the streetscape. And I think if we're protecting the first 150 feet, we are more than adequate. The initial code that I sent out to everybody in the email had 100 feet. And then I went out and actually measured and thought that might be a little bit too close to the road. So I moved it back to 150 feet. Second thing I'm doing is somehow the standard parking detail that was in our code was dropped out. So I'm asking general code to put it back in. And the third thing I'm doing is removing section 154.112, which lays out the special use permit requirements for hotels and motels. We have that in 2 different locations in our code right now. One is as of right within the I zoning district, and then the second one allowed it by special use permit in the I zoning district. So we don't need it in 2 different places. It adds confusion. So I'm asking the board to consider taking it out. So do we have any questions?
I do. How would that affect someone who was considered on a corner piece of property or in between two roads, that they would have two front yards.
The hotel or
It would-
the
No, I'm
accessory?
sorry, the
The accessory?
yes.
So by our code, anybody that has a property line that abuts a road that is considered a front yard.
Okay, so would they still have to apply for a variance to put, say, a shed on the property or?
It depends on where the shed's going. But if the property line, the distance between the property line and the front of the house was greater than 150 feet, such that they could have a 15-foot separation plus the width of the accessory structure, no, they wouldn't.
Okay. Oh. So I
It's
think
just
it
that
makes it a little easier.
What
I
Mary
would
is saying
say.
though is that with a corner lot, you've got to use this standard in two different spots, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you've got to take 150 feet off of each of the roads.
Mm,
So you have to look at this, at the lot in the way it doesn't preclude someone from going to the zoning board. It just,
Okay.
Gives a little bit more flexibility.
and the part about taking out the 154-12, if it allows a right of use in one area, that kind of cancels out the
It
section
does.
we're removing anyway. So,
Yes.
like you said in the past, that the rules would typically be decided in favor of the property owner anyway. So,
Yes. Any other questions? All right, hearing none, I'd like to move introductory law number I-1 of 2022 and ask that it be entered into the minutes as read. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
question. We have to do a public hearing on this, no?
Yes.
Okay,
Well, the
so-
local law sets the public hearing.
Okay, I just was making sure that we were setting that. Sorry.
And the public hearing will be for, I believe, April 27th.
That's okay.
The second item on my agenda is a use of deadly force policy. Our insurance company is asking us to have a use of deadly force policy for anybody that is authorized to carry firearms and that is on town property. And right now, the court officers in our justice court, when they are on duty, are carrying firearms. So I put this together. I'm not looking to have it, adopted tonight, unless everybody has read it, is comfortable with it, but I would like to put it out there, and if anybody has any changes, because I would like to get this done next meeting for our insurance company. I did send it over to the judges. I've heard back from one judge. He was fine with it. I also asked them to share it with the court officers if they had any issue, so I'm waiting to get back from them. And Jamie she did review it, and you did have a couple of changes to it. that we made. Okay,
Great.
all right.
Or are her changes in another document? Are they in here?
They're in here. Okay. Last item on my agenda is, and we've been talking about this for a while, what we're gonna do with Putnam Lake. The general thought right now is that we're going to move down the road of looking to dredge the lake, and to do that, we need a little bit more data. The Putnam Lake Park Board had met with 3 different consultants to talk about studying the lake. And they had selected Northeast Aquatic Research. I then reached out to them to get a scope of work. I've gone back and forth with them a couple of times to refine it. And you all have the scope of work in front of you at this point.
Yes.
They're proposing to do a number of different things, including checking the sediment for the amount of phosphorus in the sediment, which I think is something we've been not doing and is critical to really assessing the viability of dredging, and it's going to be a requirement if we do go to the DEC for permits. The total cost of their proposal is $27,183. There are a couple of additional expenses in there if we request them, for periodic updates. I don't know that we're going to need periodic updates. We will be working closely with them to get the study done. I did explain to them, though, that they're going to need to give us a detailed explanation anytime they submit a voucher. Voucher shouldn't be submitted more than monthly, as well as, we are going to want the actual results from any, testing and monitoring that's done. We're going to look and see the hard copies of the results back in. So we're going to get that as well. Anybody have any questions on the proposal?
Not on the proposal, but just a general comment for the board that I do have a little bit of experience with this company. I've worked alongside them or in conjunction with them on Lake Oscawana. The board over there, the Lake Advisory Board, has hired them ongoing for many years to do a lot of sampling and assessment of Lake Oscawana. And the board over there has been really, really happy with this company, and they seem very professional. I met with them in the field out at Lake Oscawana last year, and they just seem like a really professional, well-run, organization. And specifically, AJ Reyes and Hillary Kenyon, the two people listed on here, I've worked with them, and they seem, like I think this would be a great step forward for evaluating Putnam Lake and giving us the information we need to move forward to be able to properly create a plan for the future of Putnam Lake. So fully supportive of this.
Sounds good.
All right, I'd like to make a motion that the town enter into a contract with Northeast Aquatic Research LLC, or as he likes to say it, NEAR, for a proposed study on Putnam Lake in accordance with the proposal received by the town in 2022. Actually, put any other date on there, and authorize the supervisor to take all measures to effectuate the contract. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
So everybody knows, one last thing I want to mention to everybody. We are currently carrying a balance of about $85,000 in fund balance for the Putnam Lake, which is about 55% of their budget. Generally, we want to stay about 22%. So a lot of this is going to be coming out of their fund balance. Pay for it that way. They also have 15,000 in capital for this year. I haven't had a conversation with Laura yet, if she's on the line, but I imagine we're going to use a portion of that $15,000. It's now $13,000 because we bought some boards. About $13,000. We're going to use a portion of that as well. So, all right, Mary.
Yes. So I have here a resolution for the acceptance of the highway bids. The town board of the town of Paterson has duly advertised for the 22-23 bids to purchase various materials and obtain services for the highway department of the town of Paterson. So the highway department has recommended that certain bids be accepted and awarded to the following that are here. I'm not going to itemize them, but I will ask that we approve the resolution for acceptance of these bids and enter it into the record as though read. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
The second item is the town hall parking lot lighting. The safety committee has been working on this. I recently joined the committee, and yesterday we got the good news that the low bidder came in. We're going to change all of the lighting out in the parking lot to LED, so it should, increase visibility out there and at the same time save on the wattage and the electric that we're using. So I'd like to make a motion that we approve Echo Electric I just wanted to say, I don't think it's in here, but I have it from yesterday. He has agreed to provide wire and replace lighting of the poles throughout the parking lot, remove and discard the existing lamps, ballasts, and replace with direct fed cord cob LED light bulbs. Dennis spoke very highly about this lighting, and I think we should see a difference, and everyone should be very happy. And this is coming in at $1,620, and looks like you got an update. Oh, I'm sorry. $3,150, still bargain. So I'll make a motion to approve the $3,150 for this project. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we regret to accept the resignation of the position of our rec Recreation Assistant, Christopher Aquina is resigning from Rec Assistant and has given his 2-week notice. This is only time-stamped, but I'm assuming that it's effective April 4th, 2022. So I'll make a motion to accept the resignation of Christopher Aquina for the Rec Assistant. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Reluctantly, aye.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, he was also a lifeguard manager as well. So we need to replace a lifeguard manager, and that is the second item on my agenda. I'd like to make a motion to approve. Mr. Machiparo has recommended that we replace Chris with Shannon Farrell as the new lifeguard manager at the rate of $19.50 per hour. Like to make a motion to approve Shannon for that position. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
I'd also like to ask the town clerk to advertise for the rec assistant.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
That's what I was looking for this paper. Okay, and what else do we have here? Is this
Think
one?
that's
Nope,
it.
That's it.
Peter?
Finish drinking my water before we start with the request for
For
drinking water.
drinking water, yeah.
You planned that.
So I have a request here from Tricia Brooks for drinking water to purchase 5 gallons at $4.49 each. I guess this is for the year.
This is for the year.
Yeah.
For the year, and also the cooler rental, which is 99 cents per month. So a total of 2,000. So I'd like to make a motion to approve $2,200 for water and the cooler rental. So moved.
Second.
For WB Mason.
For WB Mason. So
All in favor?
Aye.
next, I have a request from our safety committee for the purchase and installation of cameras, security cameras. So we had a couple quotes here. Nikon Security Systems is the lowest. So I'd like to make a motion to approve $6,600 for Nikon Security Systems for video cameras. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That is all I have.
Want to keep going?
Do you want to keep going with Charlie, one of Charlie's?
You want to do the tax? I'll do the fire.
Sure. Okay. So next item we have, unfortunately, Councilman Cook couldn't be with us tonight, is the Putnam County Real Property Tax Services contract. This is the yearly contract that we do with Putnam County for those services. We have a resolution for calendar year 2022, and I'd like to introduce this resolution and ask that it be entered into the record as though read. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, I have a request here from the Paterson Fire Department to add 2 new members, Joseph Castellano and Rachel Roberts. I'd like to make a motion to add them to our insurance policy. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next we have a training request from our planning department for Ms. Shannon Jenkins. This is actually a class that we spoke about a couple of meetings ago, and this is to allow Shannon to take the Rutgers University Wetlands Delineator Series. It's a series of 3 classes. The first one being a virtual online class starting in May. Then she goes down to Rutgers for the hydric soils, which is in June, and methodology for delineating wetlands. This is like the gold standard training that will allow her to get certified. It's a really valuable part of her being in the planning department and helping out with our wetlands delineations and wetlands impacts. So I will make a motion that we approve Ms. Shannon Jenkins to attend these trainings. Again, 1 online, 2 in person, with travel expenses and registration fees. The total is $3,061.50. I'll make a motion. We approve that request. So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next item we have relates to the Justice Court, and it goes back to one of the budget transfers that we did earlier tonight. It's to approve the purchase of 2 2-drawer vertical file cabinets. And I will make a motion that we approve. Hudson Valley Office Furniture for an amount not to exceed $828 for the purchase of 2 office. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. I grabbed the one. Even cheaper. Hang on, third quote, my bad.
Oh,
Curious
because, okay,
why- Oh,
so what happened was
yeah.
they,
No, I have it
they
here.
made the request without, making solicitations to multiple vendors.
So I have the proper one. I apologize. So anyway, change that motion to officefurniture2go.com for the 2 vertical file cabinets. An amount not to exceed $698. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
My apologies on that.
Okay, other business. Anybody have any other? Donna, could you, the other side of the mic, there is a flyer, other side of the other mic. You hand that to Pete. We're not doing this.
That's not ready yet.
Go first.
Sure.
All right, the town of Patterson is looking for lifeguards. We're looking for new and returning guards for the 2022 summer season in both park districts. Applicants must be 16 years old and older and have current American Red Cross waterfront lifeguard certifications and CPR. So we need them by Memorial Day weekend. Guards must be able to work beaches in Putnam Lake and Veterans Park. So the season goes from Memorial Day through Labor Day. And the beach is open 7 days a week, starting June 28th through September 5th. So applications are available at pattersonny.myrec.com or Patterson Town Hall, or you can call the rec center at 845-878-7200. You can also email pattersonrec@gmail.com. We do certification reimbursement for new guards and recertification reimbursement for guards returning. It was a great summer job. I wish I did it when I was younger.
But
No, it's okay. I did it when I was younger.
Not that you have to be younger to do it. You could still.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
was
did it when I was younger and I was just contemplating getting recertified while you're talking.
We'll go together. We'll get recertified together.
Yeah, listen, I do want to add that, seniors can do this job, and we would be happy to hire any senior who wants to go to the training and work on the beach, during the summer and enjoy the sun.
That's great. Okay, next up, we have a blood donor drive, Town of Patterson Recreation Parks Blood Drive for Thursday, June 2nd, 11:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Town of Patterson Recreation Center, 65 Front Street, over in the community room. For an appointment, please visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS. Here is the important to donate blood.
Yes. Patterson Rec is looking for counselors in training. If you would like to work with kids, make crafts, play sports and games, then the counselor in training job is for you. Must fill out a Patterson Rec CIT application and be called in for an interview at the rec center. Doing camps, multi-activities, basketball, flag football. I'm a little confused about this. The cost is $85 per week for multi-camp basketball and $70 for flag football mini camp week. Counselors in training will participate in camp activities and help camp staff with daily responsibilities. Applications available at pattersonny.myrec.com or call the rec center 845-878-7200 or pattersonrec@gmail.com. Last but not least,
Last, Patterson Rec is a place to be. Indoor tag sale, Saturday, May 21st, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You must supply your own chairs and tables, $30 per space for a 10 by 10. There is a limit to 57 vendors, so you should reserve now. Online registration only at pattersonny.myrec.com, and the phone number is 845-878-7200. Start cleaning your houses out now.
Hmm.
These tag sales are great. You know, it's even better. You don't have to wear a mask.
It's not bad for $30 for a
Yeah,
spot.
yeah. All the rest of that is,
okay, public recognition. I'd like to ask any member of the audience joining us here tonight if they have any comments or questions for the board, if you would step up to the mic and give your name and address and ask your question or make your comment. Hearing none, I will turn it out to our residents that are joining us by Zoom tonight. If any resident joining us by Zoom, if they have any comments or questions for the board, if you would unmute and state your name and address and make your statement or ask your question. So then I would like to thank everybody, being as this is my first week back from, or my first meeting back from vacation, for making it such an easy night.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.